What's up? So today I'm gonna be doing some backtesting on NQ futures. I feel like a lot of you guys have requested this, so I'm gonna be doing 1 full hour of me backtesting. In case you guys don't know already, I essentially trade inverse fair value gaps, but I have an emphasis on like 5 to 15-minute fair value gaps. If you guys aren't familiar with my strategy already, I do have like a 15-minute long video explaining my strategy from A to Z on my YouTube. I'm gonna link that down below, but let's move over to the charts right now. So essentially, this software right here is my favorite backtesting platform. It's called FX Replay. I'm going to put the link for that down below as well. It essentially allows us to like rewind to some certain point in time. So like right now, I've rewinded to, was this March 4th of 2024. I can replay it like minute by minute. I can fast forward to the start of the next session, and I can trade as if it was live time using like limit orders, market orders, stop orders. I can set take profits. I can do partials. I can move to break even. It's pretty much like trading in live time, except you can just fast forward at any rate you want. And then at the end, it's even going to give us analytics on all of our trades. So I highly recommend checking out FX Replay. As well as the link down below, there's also going to be my discount code, which is code TIMB272. But let's get straight into it, right? So I'm going to check the economic calendar before I start any of these days. Oh, and also, I got to start a timer, right? Because I said I was going to backtest for 1 hour, right? So I'm going to start this timer, right? So I'll put my clock, but right? So 1 hour timer. I'm going to hit start. It's counting down. Let's get straight into it. So, there's no news on this Monday. So I'm going to first start out on the daily. So on the daily time frame, I see we're all the way like in the sky, right? So obviously trend is bullish, right? Same thing with ES, right? I mean, looks like we're in the sky on ES as well. So I mean, daily is pretty clear. 4 hour, I see we've opened up this 4 hour gap. Oh, I forgot. I gotta bookmark my drawing tools. So I need rectangles. So this is like a 4 hour fair value gap right here. I could see this being respected. Honestly, I'm not sure if this first tap is gonna want to be respected though. I feel like we're moving so bullish and we're so high up. It's possible we might need to re-sweep this low inside of this gap. Like honestly, like just yeah, because I see as of right now, we're kind of respecting this 1 hour fair value gap right here. So me personally, the main thing I'm expecting right now, honestly, is a re-sweep of this low down here. So let me bookmark my horizontal ray. So that's the low I honestly want to see get swept. I mean, honestly, if we invert the 1 hour, I gotta be bullish, but so yeah, we swept that low. I just said I wanted to see it swept, right? So we're inside this 4 hour gap. There's no this 30-second gap. I'm thinking about taking an inversion really early on to market open because there's like an SMT here. But the main thing I'm seeing is that where is, oh, here's a trend line. So yeah, there's an SMT from like this low to this low. There's equal lows here, but so you see NQ actually took out this low, but ES actually never came down to take it out. I feel like my face is in the way a little bit, but so that's an SMT divergence, essentially when the pairs decorrelate temporarily. And since I'm expecting bullish movement, it's like, okay, NQ had to manipulate lower for us to continue the bullish trend, right? But ES is already moving bullish. But the main thing is, so I like going break even. Like I like having a good break even point. So this break even point is the internal high or low, whereas I typically go break even. So technically, we're gonna put in an SMT at that high any second now. So, like, when ES hits my break-even point, I really can't take that trade, if that makes sense. I want to see, did we form a 1 minute? Oh, we did form a 2 minute, actually. So, I always pay attention to the highest time frame fair value gap in the current leg. So, actually, right now, we're still holding the SMT. And we now have this 2 minute gap right here. The only thing is, it's kind of the same problem with the break-even point. But yeah, so there's an SMT where ES is already above all these highs up here, and I want to be going break even when that happens. So I'm not willing to take this 2 minute, honestly. Yeah, so we just close through. Yeah, it looks like this might fail. I don't know. So honestly, is there an unfilled gap above? Nah. I feel like if we traded lower, I feel like if we traded lower, I would have taken this long, honestly. Because I feel like I like the structure here. I just don't like how we're edging these equal lows down here. Because like I always talk about equal lows. I feel like there's strong draws in liquidity. Like whenever there's two lows or two highs at the exact same price, and like I always say, like, so if I like that, like that's an area I like targeting. It's a strong draw in liquidity. So why would I put that on my stop loss, right? Like I never put equal highs, equal lows, low resistance liquidity, data highs, data lows. Like those are things I never put on my stop. So let's see if this thing fails. Yeah, okay, yeah, so it failed. And my break even point would have been up there, right? So now that we've swept this low, I actually could look for a long now, right? And I just got a long. Okay. So me knowing the equal lows are a strong draw literally just helped me avoid that loss right there, right? Now that we've swept these equal lows, we still have an SMT. To be completely honest, so I'd go break even up here. This is the break even point in NQ. Technically, I should be going break even when ES hits here, but I'm just going to use my discretion and move this break even point a little higher. Because I feel like it's a little choppy and like that's the real structural high, I feel like. I just gotta double check, like, okay, on the 2 minute, there's no fair value gap. On the 3 minute, there's no gap. 4 minute, no gap. 5 minute, no gap, right? So like once we invert this gap right here, what else is stopping us for continuing higher? Like honestly, nothing. And the thing is, so like this is one of these times where I debate what do I want my risk to reward to be. In this case, honestly, I'm just gonna go for an exact 1-to-1. The reason for that is I feel like ES is moving so much more bullish and NQ is the lagging pair. And I know you could tell me, okay, well, Tim, go trade ES then. But the thing is, like, I've done all my testing on NQ, so I'm not gonna move to a different pair just for like situational. Like I haven't done any testing on that. And so with my stop loss placement, if you aren't familiar already, like I always place my stop loss at that most recent internal low or high. So like when you click an FX replay, right, you click your long short tool. So I'm buying market, I'm risking 1% of the account. Here's my stop loss, blah blah. So I've now entered this trade. I probably should have entered my break even point, but it's whatever. So I'm not break even yet. We're honestly just kind of playing around right now. I'm gonna stop out probably. I lied. Interesting. So I guess we held. Does that EQ that wick? Doesn't matter. I mean, I want to pull up my GAN box. I wish I bookmarked these things before I started this. I always be forgetting. Is it the GAN box is in here? Here's the GAN box. So all I use GAN boxes for, I mean, this is like not the way it normally is. I gotta change these settings, but I essentially just look at 50%. But we already tapped EQ this wick. I guess we just swept it out. Because essentially all I was trying to do there is I just wanted to mark out equilibrium, like 50% of that wick. Oh, but so actually, so ES took the break even point. So unfortunately, according to my trading plan, I have to go break even here. Like I kind of do blindly follow my trading plan. I feel like it saves me some days. Yeah. Yeah, like that time it saved me, right? Like I would have gotten stopped out there, right? So I got stopped at break even. So it's one break even trade so far. Bias wise, I mean I'm still bullish at this point. Like we've already swept that low I wanted to see swept. And like since I haven't taken a loss yet or anything, like it's fine. I'll keep trading. So there's this 1 minute gap. I feel like structurally this doesn't look that good. Yeah. So there's yet again like an SMT because like today ES is the stronger pair. So like it would have been my break even point when either NQ or ES takes this internal high, but ES already took it. So like this isn't a valid setup for me. But so at this point, I'm mostly looking for my continuation model, right? So I want to see like a 5 minute fair value gap get created. So we just did right here, right? So I want to see us pull back into this 5 minute, and I want to see like a lower time frame inversion coming out of this 5 minute. So we tapped into it, right? So what's the highest time frame gap here, right? we might be opening up this 3-minute. I think we just did. Yeah, we just opened this 3-minute. We might open up a 4-minute. Let's see. There's no 5-minute. I think this like ridiculously tiny 4-minute just opened up. The tiniest 4-minute of my life. How big even is this gap? This gap is 25. That's a 1-tick gap. I guess I'm gonna be waiting for the 4-minute to close. The thing is though, I feel like when there's gaps that small, sometimes they kind of suss me out, if that makes sense. But so we're currently holding this 1-tick gap. And honestly, at this point, like, so now we're approaching 11:10, right? So I know this might sound like, I feel like there's a lot more price action that could play out from here. But I feel like at this point, like, I'm just gonna call it for the day, to be honest. Because I always just stop at 11:10. But I'm gonna go to the next session. So this time I can already see this red folder news at 10 a.m. So honestly, I feel like I probably should wait for 10 a.m. I'm gonna like skim through price action real quick. I mean, for my bias, I mean, on the daily, oh, we've actually had a pullback on the daily. I actually like this. Like, there's this other unmitigated daily fair value gap right here. I know it's really tiny, but there's a little daily gap there. I feel like in this range as a whole, right, we're kind of mitigating equilibrium of it, right? Oh my God, I gotta fix this. This is an eyesore. That is so much better. So this is my GAN box. So we've just hit 50% of this price leg, as well as like we're tapping in. I feel like some people would call this an order block, right? So like, I mean, at this point, I'm not going to blindly be bullish. I feel like I want to see some form of good confirmation, if that makes sense. But I wonder if we ever tapped into this unfilled 5-minute gap up here. Did we make equal highs at an unfilled? No, we made relative equal highs at an unfilled gap. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's way too close to news. I just gotta wait for 10 a.m. news to come out. So this right here is 10 a.m. news. So this is gonna be really important because we have data lows below. So I mean, they could get left behind. They don't necessarily need to get swept, but I feel like it's something I always pay attention to. Ooh, I like that. So they both took out data lows. I want to see if I'm still bullish. At this point, honestly, I feel like I was expecting maybe we'd react off this low, but it's looking like we're failing to react off this low. Like we had a little fake out move up, and it didn't even hit this unfilled gap up here, which is kind of weird to me. And there's another unfilled 5-minute gap up here that just opened up. We're probably going to mitigate that one. I feel like I don't really see any clear setups going toward the unfilled gap, though. So, I mean, we're opening up more 5 minutes. We haven't tapped into any of them yet. There's like another 5-minute gap right here. So, at this point, I'm pretty much looking to take a continuation short, honestly. The only thing is, it's not like we're really pulling back enough for me to like say we've gotten a pullback. So I'm not taking any trades this day, honestly. So here's Wednesday at 9:30. So there is 10 a.m. news again. That's fun. So for my bias for the day, though, so yeah, we pulled back. It looks like we're starting to pull back up on the daily, right? It's possible we got the retracement we needed. On the 4-hour, honestly, this is low-key a little sus. Because what I'm looking at is NQ failed to take out this low, as well as ES failed to take it out. I feel like normally when we start reacting up, I feel like we're reacting when one of them took it out. But I mean, if we keep moving bullish, I can't fade that. But Yeah, honestly, I'm not really liking the shorts right now. If I get some internal, like, if I can get, like, I feel like there's like a 1 minute short in here or something. I don't really like that, honestly. Is there even a gap in there? There's probably a 30 second. That 30 second honestly looks kind of mid, but I wouldn't take it. But so news is gonna come out 10, right? So we had news come out, right? We took out the data lows. We left behind a data high on at least NQ and ES, and neither of them took it out. That's cool, honestly. So that's a good. Are those equal highs at data highs? No, it came one tick away. So it's relative equal highs though. So I feel like when there's like relative equal highs or equal highs near something, I like it a little more. But the only thing is though, honestly, we honestly might be coming to take out that low I mentioned before. So I kind of gotta be a reactionary. If that makes sense. Like, it looks like right now, like we've tapped into a 5 minute gap right now. It's looking like we're reacting out of it, right? I mean, honestly, I really can't find any setups I like coming out of this. Yeah, no. Ooh, okay. So we pulled back into this 5 minute again. We opened up like a 2 minute gap, maybe a 3 minute. Let's see. Yeah, we opened up a 3 minute. No, 4 minute. Oh, we might open up a 5 minute even. Oh, no, 5 minute. Okay. So honestly, if we invert this 3 minute, I think I'm looking to take a continuation short. Like, I know there's these data highs above, but it's like we're just moving in bearish order flow, to be honest. And honestly, like I feel like when I backtest, I kind of am a little lax in marking out session highs and lows. Cause I feel like sometimes I'll kind of like just look and see them. But like I mean, we did take out like London lows down here, but I just feel like there's like all these stacked lows down here. I feel like we got to run those. So I could see a short working right now. So I gotta wait. What is this? 2 minutes until this candle closes. So no close to the gap just yet. 1, 2, 3. No close. And I really don't like inversions when they take forever to invert, right? I mean, we are even reacting off of like, there's like a really tiny 15-minute gap right here. I feel like it makes more sense. We want to react off of this higher up 15-minute gap. But did we invert that 2 minute? I feel like this just isn't the cleanest setup though. Like I'm putting an unfilled gap in my stop loss that we edged. I'm not taking this honestly. There's like a 2 minute inversion here, but I don't feel comfortable. Oop, we just avoided another stop out. Yeah, so it's like you always gotta think like where is your stop loss, right? And honestly, now that I switched to the 1 hour, now that we're like pulling up this hard, if that makes sense, like I'm not trying to fade this. I feel like looking at that 1 hour made it really clear to me. Like, I could have seen that candle keep going back down, but like down here. But now that we're all the way back up here, I'm honestly looking for a continuation long at this point. So I'm looking for us to pull back into like a 5 or a 15-minute gap. But at the same time, it just hit 11:10, so I kind of got to stop trading. I wonder if that data high ever got hit. Wasn't there a data high from... I thought there's... I'm probably losing my train of thought. I'll just go to the next session. So what is this date? It is Thursday the 4th. The 7th. Thursday the 7th. So there's unemployment claims at... Yeah, there's unemployment claims at 8:30, but there's also news at 10 a.m. again. Well, this one's just Fed Chair Powell testifying, but it's still Red Folder news on Forex Factory. But I mean, from my bias, right? So I mean, honestly, I feel like we're moving bullish. Like, I feel like the daily, we're just trending up. And like, I know we're trending inside of this daily fair value gap right here, but I really don't see why this gap would just magically hold, if that makes sense. Like all these other bearish gaps have failed in the past. So like, I'd expect this one to do the same. I feel like it looks like we're getting a good push up, right? There's probably an SNT somewhere down here, maybe. Maybe not. Oh, it's from this low, I guess. And there's some SNT in here, but I'm pretty much looking for a continuation long at this point. So I always want to mark out like where are my targets. So I see there's like this hourly unfilled gap up here I could target maybe. There's like these relative equal highs up here. I think that's maybe the data high I was thinking about. Or maybe not. I think I'm bugging. I don't know why am I obsessed with these data highs? But yeah, and these are the targets I'd probably see. So I'm just waiting for a pullback. Right, we've pulled back into a 5-minute gap already. So the thing is, we're probably gonna get like this 5-minute inversion right here. Like honestly, this looks like a good setup. On a normal day, I would take this, but there's red folder news like Fed Chair Powell is testifying in 5 minutes, so it's like he could say whatever and just runs to your stop loss, right? Like it's a good setup. I mean, but so he started talking. So I mean, today, I mean, it didn't do much. And if I were to have taken this trade, I would now be break even. So honestly, I mean, I feel like the chances I'd probably have stopped at break even regardless on this. I mean, that wouldn't be my take. I'd be going for like 1-to-1 probably. But I mean, I'm still looking for a continuation long. I wonder if I missed something by fast forwarding too quick. Are these equal lows? No, we like just tapped into that 5-minute gap. You know, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I was fast forwarding a little quick, but I would have. Yeah, I really would have gotten stopped at break even because ES took the high again. It's kind of the same story as before. So that kind of internal little trade would have gotten stopped at break even. I want to see us sweep out the low inside this gap. Nah, but I guess that original one would have hit. And I feel like with this, we just kind of have like we tapped into this 5-minute gap. We should immediately reacted out of it. I feel like yeah, I just didn't like the break even point there. So what we just tapped into this unfilled gap. Honestly, just because we tapped into this unfilled 1 hour gap doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna need to start reacting. I feel like it's just one of the first areas we could start reacting off of. But I'm just gonna fix one thing real quick. Sorry about that. So where am I at? So I'm still looking for a continuation long, right? We've pulled back into a 5-minute gap now. We pulled back into multiple 5-minute gaps. There's an unfilled 15-minute gap right around here. It'd be really nice if we can hit the 15, but there's got to be a 5. Yeah, I was saying there's got to be a 5-minute gap here. It's kind of the same idea as before. Where like, remember I said the last time I was like, oh, because of news, I wouldn't take this. Honestly, this time I would take this 5-minute. And the funny thing is, like this entry presented itself exactly at 11:10. And I don't know if you guys remember before, but I literally said I stopped trading at 11:10. So this is like literally like the last possible minute I could get an entry. But I mean, the thing I don't like is there's like an unfilled 15 low key below, but that unfilled 15 is like microscopic. And we're inverting this 5, and I feel like NQ is the leading pair right now. So honestly, I'll take this. So I'm going to go break even when NQ takes the internal high, or if ES does it first, whichever one does it first. But let's see how this one plays out. So that's the break even point. Yep. So we hit break even. So I'm going to move stops to break even right here. This is the risk-free trade. So honestly, the reason I'm going for 1-to-1 is because I feel like, one, it's late in the day. I feel like we're low-key kind of overextended. Like, I will admit, you see, like, I feel like we're kind of high in the sky. So, like, I'm really not trying to go for, like, a home run. If that makes sense. So, yeah, we hit my take profit. Ooh, you like that? That right... Wow, that was a great example of why I go for 1-to-1s. Yeah, that's the thing though, like, right? Like, we are overextended. It's like we're due for a rebalance at any time. So great exit. I just got really lucky there. Ooh. So you guys have heard me mention the term data highs and data lows many times before in this video, or many times in the past, I'm sure, right? So this right here is an amazing example of what a nice data high or data low should look like, right? So what Friday we had, oh, this is non-farm. I think this is NFP. That's why it's so significant, right? So I feel like the bigger news releases leave like bigger wicks, but essentially, right, there's this wick left behind on both NQ and ES. So honestly, like, if we do keep continuing in bearish structure, I feel like that's a very good target, right? So, like, I mean, yes, like, I'm sure higher time frame I'm bullish, right? Like, yes, you can see, right? It's pretty obvious. Like, I don't even need to explain why I'm bullish. Like, we're just going straight up, right? These are honestly easy conditions to backtest. Honestly, I just picked a random date. Like, I didn't try to pick easy conditions. But like, you can see on the 4-hour too, right? It's like the second we tap into this 4-hour gap right here, like, we're reacting off it, right? Because you got to think, like, what type of PD arrays are we respecting and disrespecting, right? So, like, in this case, we are respecting bullish when they get formed. And I'm sure once I zoom in, like, you can see we're creating bearish gaps, but we're just disrespecting them. So, yeah. I guess we're almost a half an hour into this backtesting session. So if you guys are enjoying it, definitely put a like down below. Put a comment saying that you actually watched this whole video through. Because I feel like if you're halfway through, it's like you didn't just skim to the end. So definitely leave me some comment down below saying you saw this. And tell me what your favorite flavor of ice cream is. But also give me a thumbs up. I don't remember if I said that one. But so there's this data low down here, right? So honestly, even though we're bullish, I could see a short to it. I just feel like, okay, yeah. So we've opened up this 5-minute gap up here. Am I blind? I'm blind. I'm sorry. There's no 5-minute gap. There's a 5-minute gap on ES. Maybe I looked at that one, but I can't base a trade off of a 5-minute gap on ES. So I need to wait for a bearish gap to get formed, essentially. I honestly might not even get a retracement down to that data low, only because of how bullish we are, right? Like, if you think about it, like if we're going to keep continuing bullish order flow, we don't necessarily need to hit that. Especially, I feel like when we get so far away from it, I feel like the probabilities of us hitting it just get lower and lower. And like, look at the close of this, the 9 a.m. 1-hour candle, right? Like, my arrow marker. So look at the close. Like, if we were going to come back down and sweep out that data low, why would we close this bullish? Like, it wouldn't make sense. So I'm just looking for continuation longs, even though I love data lows and data highs, my favorite. I'm sure you guys get that impression by now. But I mean, so in a minute, we're going to open up. This is going to be like an unfilled 15-minute gap. We're opening up this tiny 5-minute gap right here. Honestly, I feel like since they're so close, I feel like I'd expect the 15 to get hit. And we'll see. And the thing is, like, for example, ES could come down. It actually did happen, right? So ES mitigated this 15-minute gap, and it potentially could reject up. The only thing is, since I strictly trade NQ, I just need a retracement on NQ. So we got a retracement to the unfilled 15-minute gap, which I did say was ideal, right? Like, I didn't want a retracement just to the 5. So we got what I wanted so far. I want to see, like, in this price leg coming down, what's like the highest time frame gap, essentially. So it looks like we opened up this 2-minute gap right here. I might look to take a diversion out of that, depending on how price action plays out. So we didn't actually close through the gap, which is low-key kind of annoying. We came really close to it. So this time we closed through it. Again, this is annoying because so ES made equal highs with the break-even point. And usually when that happens, I just tend to go break-even, honestly. So I really can't take this trade as of right now. Oh, wait. No, I lied. So the reason I lied, so this is something I use my discretion for. But so there's an unfilled 5-minute gap above, right? So I can say this is one of my rebalance setups, not one of my continuation setups. So essentially, I just need to double check. Yeah, so at this point in time, we have inverted the highest time frame gap, separating us from an unfilled 5 or 15-minute fair value gap. So at this point, I can wait to go break even until we hit this unfilled gap. So essentially, like in case that doesn't make sense to you, right? Like I typically go break even when either NQ or ES takes the most recent internal high. But if NQ is going to offer me an unfilled 5 or 15-minute fair value gap, I can make that my break even point instead if I use my discretion. So I place this order. So essentially, like this unfilled, I don't know why I label this as unfilled 5/15. It's only unfilled 5-minute. This is my unfilled 5-minute / my break even point. Because I don't believe that can't be a 15-minute. Oh, we actually might open up a 15-minute sometime soon, though. In like 4 minutes. But hopefully I'll be break even by then. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Did we not open up the... Honestly, so my break even point is just going to have to be... Because this high up here became the unfilled 15. So I just have to wait to make that my break even point. I hate this reaction. It came really close to the break even point. And the thing is though, it's like, so I use discretion there. I feel like I came really close to having a good idea, but I feel like 11 a.m. just dumped and there wasn't any news at 11 a.m. Yeah, at this point, I mean, I'm done for this session. I can't really see too much more for this day. So on the daily, I know we actually had a really bearish Friday close. Interesting. I mean, I know this is very close. I could be bearish to this low over here. I'm also going to fast forward on Forex Factory. So this is a no news Monday, I guess. So we took out that low I was just eyeing. Ooh, I missed that. I fast forwarded too quick. Was there a 2-minute? Oh, never mind. I didn't miss anything. There's even a 3-minute. Never mind. Wow, there's technically an entry here, but I'm not going to take it. Like, so essentially, right, like are we delivering from a gap? Yeah, we're delivering from, there's like a 15-minute gap over here. We swept the low inside of it. Wow, we're wicking up really hard. The only thing is, I feel like the highest time frame gap in this leg is this 4-minute right here. We inverted that, but I like to give my trade breathing room. Like, there's even an SMT at this low, so I was like giving my trade the full breathing room. And when you go for a 1-to-1, it's like, come on, like, honestly, I'll try it because it's so close to open. And there's not an SMT at these highs, right? The break-even point is so close. Like, I feel like this is a guaranteed break-even. But just because it's so close to open, I feel like I know there's a chance. Yeah, I mean, so it hit my break-even point and kind of wicked back down past my entry. That makes sense? Yeah, so I'll move south to break-even now. That was a little bit of cheating, but I mean, this trade can't hit. Honestly, if this trade hits, I'll just delete it. Okay, cool. So that was a break even. Like, I mean, I could have expected that, but honestly, based on this reaction, like I want to be bullish and I want to see a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap get formed, and I want to see us start respecting it. It's looking like we're not getting that though. It's looking like we're respecting. I guess, I mean, I honestly, now that I think about it, it does make a little more sense that we want to come down and sweep out these lows down here. But so there is, again, this is like a similar entry where it's like a 4-minute. I wonder, isn't SMT at the high? There's no SMT at the high, really, that I'm seeing, apparently. So essentially, like this short, I definitely could try. We're respecting a 15-minute gap. There's no 5-minute here, but we're disrespecting a 4-minute, which is the highest time frame. I feel like it's the same thing where this break-even point is just ass. But there's a chance we could dump really hard. And honestly, I'm willing to take it. Honestly, in this case, I'm going to put an auto break-even and mark it just because, like, I feel like this thing could just wick me out and come back up in a second. So my break even is just going to be a price. I'll make it, was it 17,907? So this thing should auto break even me when we hit there. Yeah, so I'm break even now. That, you break even me to the tick? Okay, well, nah, okay, that's better. I mean, I'm not gonna lie though, like, I mean, I kind of expected to get break even. I feel like I really haven't gotten too many like really clean setups here so far, honestly. But I feel like, let's say if this thing were to have closed like up here, that would have made this setup so much more clean. Like my break even point wouldn't be so close to my like entry. But essentially at this point, I'm still looking for shorts, honestly. Maybe I can get a continuation short if we can trade into like one of these 5-minute gaps up here. Ooh. Well, there's a 1-minute, never mind. So we've tapped into that 5-minute. I would love if the next candle can invert this really quickly. Dude, these break-even points are killing me. So it's honestly same scenario as before where I just have to go break even sooner than I would like to. And technically, I really should go break even at this low down here, but I'm going to use my discretion to go break even at that low down there. Just because I feel like this is a price leg as a whole. Like, I'll say that. I'm not going to lie, I'll set auto break even again. Why is it not me backspace? There we go. Why is this a limit? Whatever. Close enough. Ooh. Interesting. So, I mean, the thing is, I guess, like, I am taking a continuation short after we've taken out, like, look on the higher time frame, right? I mean, the thing is, like, we did take out this low over here, but I feel like there's just more lows beneath we might want to go to. Honestly, I should have kept in mind more that we just took out a higher time frame low. The thing was, though, honestly, I get why I did it. Like, we took out the higher time frame low. I feel like we already had this significant reaction off of it. Like, we already came all the way back up. We traded into these 15-minute gaps. Like, maybe you could even call this like a breaker, like up here, if you know what I mean. But honestly, it's whatever. It wasn't the cleanest setup, but it's something I would take. Damn, I'm down 500. I can't finish this video down. I'm down 1R. So what is this? This is Tuesday. This is probably CPI if I had to guess. Yep. Yeah, this is CPI. So, wow, we just gapped up. So honestly, there's got to be like, yeah, we already traded into this new day opening gap a bit. 1 hour, I meant. Yeah. So honestly, I could see like we might need to come a little lower into this new day opening gap. That's crazy. That's a crazy overnight gap up. So honestly, there's like a data low down here. I'm gonna be paying attention to that. And we're probably gonna sweep it. Yeah, we took out the data low. So I honestly could see a reaction off of this data low. I'm pretty much waiting for a pullback into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap to take like a continuation long at this point. We still haven't really had a good pullback yet, honestly. We're in this. I mean, like, I've gotten a pullback at this point, but it's like we're in the sky. And like today, yeah, like me waiting for a pullback did hold me back, but I feel like overall, like the system kind of works out for me. But like, what? Did we just take out all-time highs? Like, that's cool. So maybe if we pull back to like an unfilled 15. Oh, we did actually do that. There's really no inversion coming out of there though that I really like. Go to the next session. So I mean, obviously I'm bullish, right? I mean, we might need to tap into this 4-hour gap maybe. We're already inside a 1-hour gap. I think so. That's the 4-hour gap we just tapped into. I wish there was a 30-second in here. I would take a long if there's a 30-second there, honestly. Well, there's a 1-minute gap. There's a 2-minute gap now. There's another 5-minute gap. Yeah, we're just dumping. Ooh, so there's equal, like, these are relative equal lows or equal lows, one of the two. These are relative equal lows over there. Honestly, those are probably going to get hit. So, like, we still haven't traded into, like, a 5 or a 15-minute gap. But if we did, like we just did right there, I was fast forwarding a little too quick. You know, I feel like you guys aren't going to believe me, but I promise I fast forwarded too quick. Remember, like, I was talking about waiting for a pullback into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap? So we got that pullback right here. We got this inversion through the gap. And it's the highest time frame gap in the leg. So it's essentially, it's the same like criteria I've been using, if that makes sense. Like I'm just going for a 1-to-1. So like there's no 1-minute gap here, no 2-minute, no 3-minute, no 4-minute, right? And then on top of that, yeah, there was not an SMT with that low. So honestly, like I promise, I really would have taken this in live time. I'm just gonna replay. I just fast forward a little too quick. So honestly, I mean, especially since I saw this thing's gonna play out, like I really won't go for an extended TP. I mean, technically, right? Like I could talk, but those are relative equal lows. I'm just thinking about. I mean, I just feel like those. I'm just so confident in those getting hit though. It's just the thing. I could partial at 1-to-1. I usually don't partial, but I guess for this example, I'll do that. So this right here is the setup. So I would be going break even at this internal low down here. Am I blind? I guess I must have missed that would have stopped me at break even. Never mind. I guess I'm bugging. Because I mean if I move stops to break even, it's probably just gonna stop me at break even now. Yeah. Damn, I totally missed that. Whatever. So I mean, I guess I won't count that trade regardless. So we took out those relative equal lows. Maybe this is an area we could start reacting off of. The only thing is, though, I feel like there's not enough structure for me to basically a long off of, if that makes sense. Like, we're inverting a 5-minute here, but it's like, what am I going to target, like, for my break even? This, like, high inside this 5-minute gap? Yeah. So we're forming a... I was going to say we're forming a little more bullish structure, but I mean... Ooh. So this is actually very interesting, to be completely honest. I mean... So we're inverting this 5-minute gap up here. We're doing it right before I have my cutoff. On paper, this looks like a not bad setup. I mean, the only thing is, I just wish we were more like significantly delivering from like a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, I feel like structurally, this looks good. We're just really not, like, we're really not delivering. I mean, I guess, did we close through that? No, we wicked through it. I guess you could argue we're still holding this 5-minute gap over here. I feel like I just like basing all my trades off 5 and 15-minute gaps, and I feel like it makes me feel a little better. Yeah, we never closed that low, so we technically held the gap. So we're delivering from that 5-minute gap like ages ago. So I'll take this, honestly. Just make it a market order. So my break-even point is going to be that internal high up there on ES or NQ. Haven't taken it just yet. So I guess we stop rated me. That's cool. No, I mean, I would have lost that. That's cool. Go to the next session. So on the daily, right? So we're trending up. On the 4-hour, honestly, the thing is, I feel like on the 4-hour, we did invert this gap. And we're even respecting this 4-hour gap up here. And like yeah, I feel like we really haven't had any significant reaction off any of this stuff, honestly. So if anything, I could see us coming down lower to actually tap into that like new day opening gap. So we swept at this high inside of this 15-minute gap right here. This is the high inside of a 15-minute gap. Well, I'm sorry. This is the high inside the 15-minute gap. We also swept out a high inside of a 5-minute gap. So now I'm looking at like in the current price leg, what is the highest time frame gap? Unfortunately, well, I could take an inverse of that 1 minute and just go break even when we tap into this 2-minute down here. The only thing is, though, this is not a close. Yeah, that wasn't a close through the gap. That was a close at the gap. So I'd probably short. Are those equal highs, though? Why are those equal highs? So again, I really can't take a trade with equal highs at my stop loss. I feel like this has been a rough backtesting session for me. I'm not gonna lie. This trade's probably gonna play out too. I just really don't like those equal highs up there. Right? 'Cause, I mean, this is... Yeah, they're equal highs to the tick. So I'm still looking... now that we've gone further away from the equal highs, I could definitely look for like a continuation short. So we did just tap into like an unfilled 5-minute gap. Is there a 5-minute gap here? That's annoying. It looks like right now we're kind of trending up. Eh. So this isn't bad actually. So we're delivering from a 15-minute gap. We're inverting this 5-minute. The only thing that's not good about this is the break-even point is just not ideal. Cause I feel like ES is gonna hit it really soon. Let's see. Cool. So ES has not hit the break-even point yet. I think we're really close to it. No, ES took the break-even point already. So unfortunately, I must move stops to break even. I'm probably going to stop to break even here. Yeah. I feel like that, like, is there going to be a re-entry here? This 3-minute, honestly, this looks like a decent re-entry, honestly. So I need to wait until, what, 1 more minute? That's annoying. It didn't close through. Next one didn't close through either. Nah. Yeah, I can't retry that. I'm curious to see if it would have played out. Yeah, I mean, you would have gotten stopped to break even, to be honest, but so honestly, so we've definitely retraced far into this like new day opening gap. We even like swept at this low inside of it. We swept at the low that made that like low again. So I mean, it's possible we might want to retrace like all the way down and fill in like all that gap, but I feel like when we're moving this bullish, we don't necessarily need to fill in like all of it. Oh, there's 10 a.m. news. I'll just wait for that. I'm just looking on the 30-second to see if there's some, like any clear inversion. I wouldn't expect there to be, honestly. Yeah, no. So I mean, honestly, we came really close to filling in all this gap. You know, if ES didn't already take the high, I would have tried that 5-minute inverse, honestly. Oh wait, no, I lied. So I don't know if you guys remember before I said I'm going to use discretion because there's an unfilled gap above, and we just inverted the highest time frame gap separating us from there. So I guess I gotta set a limit. But I actually would have entered that. I kind of went a little too quick. Yeah, so it limited me in. Cool. So that's break even right there. So I'm honestly, I mean, I want to say I'm just going for a 1-to-1. Yeah, because honestly, we've already tapped into this unfilled 15. We don't necessarily like. It's probable, like, if I wanted to be like squeezing every ounce of price action I could target up there. But honestly, I feel like we're low key moving bearish. If you know what I mean. This is low key counter trend. Cool. So there's take profit. It's only down 500 now. So I'll go the next day. So well, honestly, I'm seeing a reaction out of that, right? The new day opening gap. It looks like we're probably gonna close through this 4-hour, right? So it's looking like we're starting to put in some like bullish structure. So honestly, How are you gonna tell me the simulation's over? I hate when it does that. I'm just gonna restart this. Cool. Yeah. So it's Monday, the 18th of March. I should fast forward my calendar too. So there's no news today. So yeah, like I said before, I'm pretty much waiting for a pullback into a 5 or a 15-minute fair value gap. So like here's a 5-minute gap right here. We pulled back into the 5-minute. We're not going to open up a 15-minute. We're not really respecting the 5-minute at the current moment in time. So at this moment in time, we're respecting the 5-minute. So honestly, ooh. Oh, wait, no, there's a 5-minute here. So this setup still looks good regardless. I mean, I feel like these break-even points are definitely not the best today. I'm just trying to make it an exact 1-to-1. So I'm doing market, just 1-to-1. So I'm going to go break even when either NQ or ES takes like this most recent internal high. I do understand there's like an SMT up there, but it's whatever. So it looks like ES took the high already. So I'm going break even already. Hopefully we just keep continuing up. Cool. Yeah, so we hit my 1-to-1. I mean, and I feel like why I went for 1-to-1 in this case, I just feel like there wasn't like really a clear draw. Like I know we're moving bullish, but like, I feel like there's nothing like looking left that really like yeah, technically maybe I could have targeted this high up here. This is actually a 930 high, but regardless, I mean like you see like, and we pulled back here, right? Like at this point in time, do you really know if it's gonna stop? Oh, and actually would have stopped me at a break even, right? So I feel like I know like my system might look a little weird to some people, but I pretty much just go for 1-to-1s. And I feel like when you look at this, it's like, yeah, I have a wide stop and I go for 1-to-1, but like in this case, I had 2 separate trades where I explained why I'm only going for a 1-to-1, and that saved me, right? Like I honestly haven't found any setups where I'm like, damn, there's like a really, really, really clear draw. Well, those equal lows I was confident in, actually. I was going for above a 1-to-1 when I saw those equal lows, but I got stopped at break even on that one. So I mean, so on the 4-hour, we filled in almost all of this gap, because you got to think like this new day opening gap actually starts from the close of this candle, not the wick. So we filled in like almost all this gap. I feel like it would make sense we could react off of it, because like we already inverted this 4-hour gap right here. But we shifted structure, like we broke above these highs up here, right? But I don't know, I don't like we're inverting like the most recent 4-hour bullish gap we created, like over here. But so I'm gonna play it discretionally. Like I'm leaning more bearish right now, to be completely honest. But sometimes like when I'm confused, excuse me, I feel like I just wait for more price action to play out. Like I feel like one thing people don't understand as much is like I did not mean to hit that. Is that oh yeah, like not having a bias is like actually a bias, right? Like I feel like the best traders, they don't necessarily like they don't know what price is doing every second of every moment. Like they also can acknowledge like, okay, price is being a little wonky right now. I'm not too confident. I'm going to wait until I experience more confidence. So honestly, I was looking, well, I'm looking for a short out of this 5-minute gap. We're going to open up a 15. Yeah, we open up. Oh, cool, actually. So we just opened up this 15-minute gap. We actually tapped into it. So right now we're reacting off of like a 5 and a 15-minute fair value gap. I'm zooming into the 30-second to see if I can maybe get some like sniper entry. The break-even point would be kind of funny on this. There's probably a 1 minute somewhere here. Is a 1 minute. I'm surprised there's not a 2 minute. There's no 3 minute. There's no 4 minute. There's just not many gaps. I feel like we're just kind of chopping right now. This is some ass price action, honestly. I mean, there's like this tiny 1 minute gap over here. Am I willing to take an inverse off that tiny 1 minute gap? Not really, honestly. And like the thing is though, like I feel like it's gonna work because the draw is clear, right? Like I didn't say it out loud, but I was looking. There's all these stacked lows. Like this is low resistance liquidity, right? So it's like I feel like all these stacked lows are gonna get ran. But also, I think I just came up on the 1 hour point of me backtesting, but I know my face is in the way, so you guys can't see it. But if you can see my P&L, I don't know why I'm down 51 cents, but I'm essentially break even. So I am going to wrap up here. I was considering going until I finished in profit, but honestly, I feel like the video is like already 1 hour long. I kind of just want to wrap it up here. And also, I want you guys to walk away with some like takeaways, right? So like one, like not every strategy performs 24/7. I feel like this was a period where my strategy kind of underperformed. Like I feel like these weren't ideal conditions for my strategy. And like that's just the way trading works by nature, right? Like it's not like everyone makes money every single week. Like there's a lot of traders that even when they're very profitable, they still experience the losing periods or losing weeks, right? It's something you never really can escape. And I know a lot of people also are going to comment down below. They're going to be like, "Oh, well, you're doing this wrong. Like you're waiting for the highest time frame inversion when you should be going on the 1 minute, or you should be doing this, or you should be trading this way." But it's like honestly, I've found a system that works for me, and like I've gotten payouts with it. I've gotten confidence in it, right? Like I've tested this period over long enough. I've tested this strategy over a long enough period where I know it offers a statistical edge. So it's like I'm very confident in it, right? Like I'm not really looking for advice. Like I'm not going to say that I have the best strategy ever and there's no room for improvement whatsoever. Like don't get me wrong, there's definitely room for improvement, but like I'm definitely proud of the strategy that I've kind of like constructed for myself, if that makes sense. But yeah, I mean, like this is the real reality of trading. I mean, like I finished break even. Like at least I didn't lose money, honestly. But yeah, so that's pretty much my strategy. And like I said before, if you're still confused on how my strategy works, I do have that video I have linked down below explaining my strategy from A to Z. But yeah, so I mean, if you guys are looking for a prop firm to trade with, like you guys saw up top, my favorite prop firm is Alpha Futures. I do have my discount code, which is code TIMB272. It will get you 10% off all valuations of Alpha Futures, or if they have some better discount going on, it will get you that as well. So I highly recommend checking Alpha. But if you guys watch this video all the way through, that's absolutely insane, and I really appreciate it. I'd also really appreciate if you could put a comment down below, hit that like button, and also subscribe. Join the free Discord if you're not in there already. You guys can tag me anytime, ask me any questions. But I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Peace out.